And I'm back. Skeet going live.
Honestly, Ruth Bassar could use my help too. She's all brains, but no branding.
Moon Man, you don't even really exist anymore. Okay, let's check out available quests. We have let's go talk to Ruth. Let's go talk to Ruth. Let's go talk to Ruth.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Calcaduceus has been returned, and that the archive is well and truly under our control again.
Yep.
She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. Your role in this matter is complete. Auntie and I will handle it from here. But allow me to commend you again on your fruitful efforts to make this peace treaty possible.
So what's next for the Order?
We studied the data you brought back from the crashed satellite, and we now have a way to reorient the satellites en masse from a protectorate installation, Oris Listening Post. Turning the entirety of the reticulum toward deep space will accelerate our understanding of the universe, and ideally lead us to stronger conclusions regarding how to stop the rifts. The Order, in partnership with Auntie's Choice, is now well positioned to triumph over the regressive forces of ignorance that have heretofore held Arcadia in stasis, all thanks to you.
None of that matters if we don't, stop all of existence from Swiss cheesing.
Then it is fortunate that you are so well placed to do exactly that, with the Order's help. As if predetermined, your contributions have been many and varied, and I will not belabor the point by recounting them all here. But know this, When the final contest with the Protectorate takes place, wherever that may occur, you will have the full support of the Order and Auntie's choice. I will, of course, organize our forces from here.
Let's go talk to Auntie Mom.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means.
Huh.
An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. A life that
What?
Auntie's choice.
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
What the
There
hell?
you are, our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again,
Heavens
do
no.
you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations?
How?
Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
You want me to go get you a new body?
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize grafts, but, oh, once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to to help you with your condition and was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? Well, that's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad.
I sense you're about to have me slaughter a bunch of people again.
I'll have you know, we at Auntie's Choice are far from blood simple. Where's the profit in killing all your enemies when you can co-opt and sell goods to them later? Ah, tut-tut. No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Prater.
What could you possibly use out of an automated factory?
That facility was designed to build complex automechs.
Oh my God,
a natural
Grandma
choice
Robot.
when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
Suitable day.
Let's go to Prater. Let's get down to business. Incognito. Neck body.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy, while the protectorate decide what its subjects get. Respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more,
Pop guns to self-propelled. You have the look of someone unfortunate.
wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be people's
Let's give one of the most horrible people in this solar system an ambulatory body.
Soon I'll be able to. You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here?
I did so much extra effort.
A last-minute shakedown, is it? I knew I liked you. Yes, of course. Fine, fine. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share?
You scare the bejesus out of me.
Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results. With their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution, our market dominance is a foregone conclusion. Yes, so much to do, and we have you to thank for making it happen. I am quite looking forward to you working for me further.
Huh. Map, and let's get to it. Time to go to the end of the game, maybe. Probably. Save game. Yep, end of the game. Does anything you want to do? Yeah. Would you like to continue? Would you like to save? Yes.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever.
That's not good.
As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control.
Who's responsible for this?
The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
But to what end is he working here? The consul I once knew would never act so recklessly.
So he led a coup and is now actively destroying the colony.
The consul's motives are unknown. While destruction may be the result, it may not be the goal. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is ready to finish what she started, end quote.
Oh, good. I love when more complications are added to the pile. I can handle them with ease, Commander. Just say the word.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Let's get to it.
You know how some creatures can smell danger? I think I might have absorbed some of that. Watch those troops carefully. That must be the Providence. Were it in other hands, I can imagine the real good it could do.
This poor boy. Someone put him back together all wrong.
Holy shit.
know if the lives and deaths of millions weren't in the balance. This would make a fine agility course. But the rift modulator ought to make our path clearer.
Attention! This is your Auntie calling. Per our agreement, Auntie's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way.
Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
Never would have expected this camaraderie in all my life. But with both of them backing us, we got a real shot.
You still possess that shield modulator, yes?
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Got him.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. I did my best to stop it. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that.
Seems DeVries is a few steps ahead of us. That's her ship there.
of violence. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Transmitter down over here. Standing by to stupefy. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Hostilities are afoot. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Investigating hostile intentions. I'm back in scan. Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Torpificator at ready status.
Bloodline always cracks. This thing's got a mean streak.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Energy transmitter active. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Hell yeah.
Supplies available ahead. These soldiers look even more.
Commander, one of them speaking coherently. Not sure if that's good or bad.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk. You talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me?
It's me, Space Doctor, Dr. Space.
So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening.
It was self-defense.
I reckon that's true. But I don't feel much like myself, neither. My head hurts so bad. Can barely think. Can barely think back. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened?
Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
Rift has done something to you.
Rift? That's right. We were here to investigate rifts. So why is there one in the sky? Why is everything destroyed? What's happening to me? And Sandoval? Jepson?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this.
Sorry, Helen.
Boyd. This is it, ain't it? I'll never see the sun again. Never fly in our ship. Never anything.
Wish it wouldn't have to be like this.
Makes two of us. But maybe you could do me one final favor. End this for me? I don't think I can do it myself. Please.
Sure, bud.
I'm sure.
Pascal? Helen? If I may, I'd like to see to your proper burial as an Earth Directorate agent. If you wish for it.
That'd be nice. Being seen off, right? This is the final kindness you'll do for me, Commander. Thank you. Try not to miss, huh?
It's all right. This will be over soon. I swear it.
Efficiently done. You did her a kindness, dear.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? We got supplies and medical support for you up ahead.
with Auntie?
Hold clear. You may approach, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Initial observations conclude just as I predicted. You appear to have suffered some trauma. Sometimes my own accuracy troubles me so. Any treatments or very well. May the numbers... Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Greetings. In what particular way are... Step right, I say usual. No catch. Well, it's all... Oh, go ahead and take any supply. Greetings. In what particular way are you afflicted?
The Sovereign's ship up close. I believe we can safely assume he's not on it, or on that rover approaching the skip lab. We've got company, Commander, and friendly kind.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler.
I'll handle this. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Transmitter down over here. Combatant scan.
Sustain the system!
Got him. Damn.
Couldn't the rift have brought back some janitor mechs instead? Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Energy transmitter deployed for... Have a fix on the pieces.
Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Target analyzed. Lay down fuck suffered extensive damage, Commander. Medical pack out! Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
We would.
Whoa, that ain't a normal rift. Normal as they can be, anyhow. Is that plasma in its orbit?
Suggest we scour the area. The scientists here were unlikely near the caliber of the Order, but perhaps they left something useful.
Don't look at me. Numbers ain't in my purview.
Puzzle.
Congratulations! We have successfully cracked a difficult equation. Now we only need return to the terminal and input it.
Can't hear or
They never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal lagged.
This must be the Sovereign's office. Worth a search for the equation, even if the place looks like an adult playpen. Plagiarism. How shameful. Yet not entirely unexpected.
scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Council. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber. And my way to professional acclaim.
Yay.
Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
Well, at least we can treat his utter and complete failure as a lesson. We ought to look around for a different equation.
Splendid. Rift secure. Ratcheting up my aggression. Transmitter vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Got him.
That rover's our ticket up to the ship. Let's find that rift modulator and finish this.
free of undue kerfuffle. Now to unwheel that hangar.
Robles. Burn. Freeze. Do all the damage.
Crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Best attend to the matter at hand. We can indulge in all sorts of idle talk afterward.
Never hurts to give the enemy more
Targets to shoot at, I suppose.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Adversary energy transmitter. Recharging.
Early great contractor. Join me. We have important business to discuss. Come, quickly now. Well, glad you
Jesus
finally
Christ,
keyed
Andy,
that
what are you
open.
doing here?
Things are getting appreciably worse out there. We're running out of time to seize the rift and force it into corporeal insolvency. The presiding bishop wished for me to relay a message to you. Why she couldn't send her own courier, I couldn't say, but I'll attempt to simplify. The rift modulator is on the science deck, one floor up. Deck access is restricted without proper credentials. Imagine that twice as long and in the form of a distance problem. That means, of course, you'll either need to pilfer an access card, swindle some daft sod out of it, or find some other way around the deck restrictions.
Got any ideas?
But I shouldn't know. Perhaps search the pockets of those you've killed, Or find an air duct to shimmy through, or a staircase to climb?
Bring anything else?
Any more troops in here, they'd be tripping over one another.
Don't you worry. These are the best paid closers in my fleet, and worth every bit.
Go.
We'll hold here to ensure you aren't flanked by reinforcements as you delve deeper in. Don't fritter away your lives cheaply now. I've made a significant investment in you.
If you must replace lost equipment, please make a request. Displaying it.
Ready to fight!
Check your scope for combat analysis. Investigating hostile intentions.
Please keep any. How might this unit require?
We could do this the hard way or the smart way. Either works for me. Resorting to violence. Back and scan. Go for torpification. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Good. We made it. I was expecting a wall of swinging axes and maybe a punch to the face to top it all off.
Hostilities are afoot. Anyone else? Here, a medic? Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Do not refuse medical support.
Dang it.
Proceeding to attack. Energy transmitter deployed. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Good. We made it. I was expecting a wall of swinging axes and maybe a punch to the face to top it all off.
There we go. 78 charges.
We either find access credentials or stick to the shadows then. Both options are certainly more efficient than raucous hostilities.
If security's this tight, the modulator must be close by. I'm mighty curious about what these scientists were up to.
This is an anathema to the grand plan and begs for correction.
Are you at... Be wary. I've heard there's an I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my
reviewing your
last
experiments.
refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay?
Would I be an intruder if I was, doing a job for you? Where's the modulator?
You've been reviewing our experiments. I hope I'm not being replaced. I specifically went to mental refreshment to avoid that. If you wish to see the modulator, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift chamber. Take these credentials with you, in case you're asked.
Thanks.
Security's become awfully stringent of late. It wouldn't do to be caught unawares. That's why I carried 2 cards, just in case. Oh, though I suppose it's just the one now.
Thank you.
Now we have solid proof that this is all mucked up. Not that I expect the console to deliver the same thoughtful analysis.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
This is impossible.
I was notified that you were here, though my fellow scientists seemed rather confused
Cars?
as to why. Unsurprisingly. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you.
I gotta poke some.
Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. The IRC. I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example, is lost forever. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited. The consul's plan is futile, completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind.
What contains information on constructing rift modulators, you said?
Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
I can do it.
It's clear you aren't bound with the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead.
Where is the modulator being boot-booped from?
The deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Reckon it was foolish.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematic secured. These rift coordinates are deep into unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications.
Dun, dun,
But we got no time to ponder it just yet. We got the modulator. All that's left is to deal with the console and shutter that rift for good.
Ah!
Look at you, here before me. Surprised you could outrun these new legs of mine. They're what everyone's going to be wearing next fall. Well, I'm here now. Where's the rift modulator?
Downstairs, but we gotta we gotta work it from up here. Also, I have its plans.
So Consul Thoreau has everything directly under his control. I'd say that's remarkably competent for the Protectorate, but he is the one who's been pulling their strings all along. Did you find anything else of note?
Apparently, rifts have been found in space where humanity has never been.
Wait, what? But rifts are caused by skip drive travel. Human-piloted skip drive travel. How is that possible?
Aliens.
Oh, nothing would please me more. Just think, another form of intelligent life to sell goods to. A chance to create needs no one ever knew existed for beings we never knew existed. Much as I'm intrigued by the significance of all this, there's no time to dwell on it now. We need to confront the Consul. You might be savvy enough to talk him down, but his type requires a deft touch. You'll need to break him down brick by brick. If you're too adversarial, he'll simply shut down. Well, that's a trait you and I have in common. Just remember, pick the right weak spot to undermine. Never be obvious. Don't overplay your hand. And in case you aren't quite as sharp as you appear, be ready to fight.
I bet I can make him talk.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must
Where'd you come
resupply and
from?
shore up whatever defenses we have quickly. And if you've something to say to any of us, Commander, I suggest you say it while you have the chance. No telling what awaits us beyond that door.
Let's get out of here.
Redactor Esmond. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat. This will be quick. My sentinels tell me you have some interesting ideas. Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the grand plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Esmond. Say, you look frazzled. Troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
Frickin' scrub. That's the way we left things after last meeting. Grandmother always said disagreement is shouting. Understands with first research with use of the advantage, as you said. Is valid. Must in turn understand the decision is final. It is what is right for my people, my Arcadia, my family. Do not doubt me, friend. I wish you to know that I still cherish your guidance fully. Perhaps when all is over, we
Always the same story, ain't it? These types are too cocky and too deluded to see a threatened canid will always bite back.
Standing around's got me jumpy. After you.
Save.
Never would I ever have believed Auntie Cleo herself would walk through that door. But I haven't time to linger in the novelty. Sentinels, if you would.
Do I appear like someone afraid of a few guns? Give it up, Emery. You've lost this war. Have some dignity. You're coming off desperate.
On the contrary, this desperate action is what will save all of Arcadia and rid it forever of trespassers like you.
Did you also claim that you were saving the Sovereign whenever you gave him the old reach around?
Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all.
No, he didn't.
And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not?
Try that line somewhere else. You suck.
I don't doubt that, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
And also my Brianese. You really should do better.
Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously tampered with our Vox relay on Paradise Island. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
I'm pretty sure that your name isn't on the hull.
You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn.
Yeah, I don't
Even
lose.
if he's not here to bask in it. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend.
So, just, you know, casually committing war crimes over tea?
It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clenches a decisive victory, who among the living would dare complain about the methodology? Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
I already know the matriarch didn't invent skip drive, so why are you bringing it up?
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
It's gonna be difficult to reconstruct the colony if the rift kills you, and it will if you don't stop.
I've found when most people haven't a leg to stand on, they fall back into performative insouciance in an attempt to redirect the conversation. Always brazen, rarely effective. Listen closely. This is the work of the Grand Plan, guiding us toward humanity's ascension. Everything exists for this purpose. Since you took your time scurrying about my ship, presumably rifling through our things, I assume you also found information about the far-off rifts in untraversed space. That alone should tell you that we don't make our own circumstances. It seems they were made by the ship our matriarch found. A curiosity, isn't it? Without this discovery, we may never have realized the power we now possess with the rifts. Yes, the great architect works in mysterious ways. What else can I do but what is bidden?
Fallacy.
And yet, what is meant to be, will be. It matters not what path you tread, if the destination has been preordained. Now, as fascinating as your pseudo-intellectual musings have been to witness, I've reached my limit.
You know you do. You think you're doing the right thing, but you're an idiot.
It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on. Tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all.
Your plan
I am merely
will
a
fail
partner
horribly.
seeing it carried out. So you say. But you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
I doubt you've had anyone capable checking your calculations. You don't strike me as particularly thorough, or much of a heavy thinker.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia
Chose
and will not
yourself.
be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned.
She
Free
was a
of
fraud.
War, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. No, Reuben would not have gone against her. He was the stalwart protector of Arcadia to the end. We could all see his devotion. If he even attempted to bastardize the Protectorate cause, then we will have undone all of the Matriarch's work.
She also predicted that Pride would be the reason why everything was ripped apart in a fucking wormhole.
She said as much in her correspondence with the first bishop, that the Arcadian experiment would only prevail so long as hubris was staved off. I have the record, if you wish to see it.
The Matriarch hid her feelings well. Such correspondence had been lost to us, I thought. And now it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. But surely it cannot be possible that I've gotten this wrong. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have?
Here you go.
Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole.
Rift data cannot be stabilized. I spoke to him.
Yes, well, I find that man's attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale. But if he's correct, as he quite typically is, I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Either someone has made a terrible mistake, or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us.
You're not gonna be proven right if you kill millions of people.
And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary.
Murder Grandma, can you slam this home?
We're contemporaries, Emery. We remember before the Order and Protectorate split. We were raised to believe in the grand plan, to respect the Order's predictions. So you must be aware how utterly our math says what you're doing here is wrong. How completely your actions are against the grand plan. And, well, speaking as a scientist, the only conceivable explanation I can ascertain is that you're the most arrogant, hull-headed sprat fucker who ever lived.
Go, Grandma, go.
You dare utter such words in my presence? I never... What does it matter if my math is wrong? I am doing what I must to save us all. The grand plan will vindicate me.
An errant remainder will cause us all to be disintegrated. You're a fucking idiot.
Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud Protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that, is it not love?
God, you're crazy. I'm going to shoot you now.
As are you.
I'll handle this. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Gun weapon ready, Commander. Do try to limit further damage, Commander. Enemy target analyzed. Lay down fire. Consider self-preservation a priority. Back and scan. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Never. On the contrary, this desperate action is what will do. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? Yeah, you are a relic of an impotent. But now you're here. What's his is mine. I was able to buy the time to enact the use her when the matriarch discovered our but it is as the grand architect designed. And it's better yet. Tell the whole room how you must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from certainly if you had your it is humbling. But you came here claiming so boldly that a report. The abstract means little when compared. I shall not have you mocking my subjects, despite how things appear at present. Or this is and leave the traitors in an it is better that we
Ratcheting up my aggression. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Fortificator at ready status. Come back and scan. active.
Pick me up for ya.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Try to limit further damage.
Got him.
Seems all my considerable efforts here have been ill spent. Total rift destabilization is imminent. Our last resort is our only resort now. We need to fly the rift modulator in.
That was a rather substantial hole in my predictions. These rifts have presented an excessive supply of incalculable variables.
Brighten up, everyone. Not all of us need go, but someone present will need to take one for the team. I do appreciate the effort, dear, but it's clear we're in a bit of a tough spot. The Order and I will use this and the processed rift data to mass-produce modulators that are usable at a distance. These pesky rifts will soon no longer plague the colonies.
You should just fly the ship, Annie. Only fair, considering how others have been sacrificed for you.
If you're looking for a sap to fly that rickety rig, don't look at me. I intend to abscond back to my ship with those wonderful little schematics. I have plans for those plans.
But think of the market share.
Not bad. But there's no one else in the galaxy who can do what I do. All the previous holders of my role were figureheads of the board. I am uniquely skilled and quite irreplaceable. You'll need to find someone else, I'm afraid. Now, hand over those schematics and make it snappy.
That's some grim foreshadowing there, Commander.
Well, now, I suppose this is goodbye, isn't it? I should say how I appreciate you helping me gain control of Arcadia, to promise you it will be a better place for all, and avoid tearing up about how this all fell to you.
Typical. Us being left holding the bag. What'll we do, Commander?
No need to belabor this. I will fly the ship. Back on Greater Tranquility, you wish to give me a chance to atone for my mistakes. I'd say that opportunity has come.
Reckon I'll join you.
I know I ain't got much in the way of convincing you otherwise. But Marisol, with her, let her seek expiation on her own. You needn't do this.
I make the decisions around here.
Guess I'll respect your decision. However you choose best to handle this.
If only it hadn't taken you this much precious time to see sense, Commander.
Huh. Not all bluster, are ya?
Oh, by sending me on my way to a heroic end? I'd argue that you're rewarding me. Go now, Commander. I'll see this mission to its end. The rest of the galaxy awaits you.
Augustine de Vries chose to die to atone for her actions. And yet, even that hope faded in her final moments, as she realized nothing would make up for what she had done. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the Commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vox Station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. Acquisitions Officer Carr enjoyed the perks and power that came with promotion for her asset-winning techniques on Paradise Island. Her rival, D.B. Milverstreet, meanwhile, seethed as he pushed cold morsels of borsloaf around the plate of his microwave dinner. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Despite Inez's impassioned opposition, the grafting program restarted following the war. Further protests only served to isolate Inez from the rest of Auntie's Choice.
Sorry, Inez.
She ended up a lone voice against cruelty in a society obsessed with profit. Niles eventually reached out to her and recruited her to the Earth Directorate, thus giving her a chance to leave past failures behind. She gladly accepted. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath.
Stay
With
crazy,
the modulator
Asa.
schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived. Auntie Cleo went through the motions of accommodating the Order, yet privately aspired to keep free trade anything but free. She began a new initiative. Any corporation or government that refused her trade conditions was promptly dealt with, either via takeover or strategic use of rifts. Auntie made her first public appearance in years, inspiring a fashion trend in bubble helmets. In no time at all, she won more public support than Ruth, which she sought to use as leverage when the time was right. Unable to acquire the chemicals needed for the process, Ruth Bassar nevertheless attempted to interface with the archive and died immediately. Her successor banned any future interfacing attempts and led the Order in a much more cautious direction, delaying their progress for at least a century. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Damn. And that's the game. It's no New Vegas. Still pretty fun. 7.5 out of 10.
I'm kind of thrilled to see you playing ball with Ruth Bassar. They say the enemy of my enemy is worth exploiting for strategic leverage.
Let's see who's still alive. Susan A is still alive. I'll be back next week. I think I'm playing Halo. Which Halo? Most Halo. Halo. Bye-bye.